What up? It's your boy, The Incredible Minute. Yes, I'm back at it again, and this, I've already done the reaction, but this is my discussion / review of Kimetsu no Yaiba, episode 26, the new mission, the finale. Yes, man. It was a banger episode, like I constantly said about Demon Slayer, man. The animation on this level was top tier. Like, nothing in this anime even surprises me anymore. Like when they say an episode of Demon Slayer is coming out, I was like, okay, well, it's gonna look fantastic. But this episode, not only did it look fantastic, it made me feel fantastic. My emotions were shock, scared, happy, a little bit of sadness in there, and so much joy overall, man, because I absolutely loved it. But what's so weird and what I felt that was so different was because normally, like when they end it, like it feels like a huge cliffhanger, then all you see is the red flowers. But there was no red flowers. The cliffhanger wasn't too big, but like the cliffhanger we had led right into the movie that we're getting, man. Because like the way that it ended, I was okay because it was a nice smooth transition, because the way that it ended is the train riding off with the demon on the train, the flame pillar, and Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro all on the train. But it just ended, and then it was like, stay tuned for the movie, the Infinity Train arc, which is gonna be phenomenal. Because if this episode looked like a movie, you gotta admit, hands down, this episode felt like a movie. Watching this episode felt like a movie more so than just watching a season finale of an episode. Oh boy, it was so good. Everything about it was so good, man. Let's talk about the episode, man. Right off the bat, it started, and it was comedy again. There was a lot of comedy, and as I constantly say, I enjoy the comedy in Kimetsu no Yaiba because it's always spot on funny. It's not too much and it's not too bad. It's just spot on funny. We have Zenitsu and Inosuke looking on as Tanjiro continues to surprise them with his pure genius take on the constant form, just like constantly using it throughout the day and everything. And then we see him so going back and forth with the punches and everything, and it was fun. And that's what this episode was. At the beginning it was fun, and then right after that, man, it jumped into something super serious, and that is when Muzan popped up, and we got introduced to the 5 lower demon moons. It could have been 6, but we all know that Rui has been killed, and so it was just 5. But these dudes, they were nice characters, man. They had very cool character designs, and I was excited to see them. And I was like, okay, this is how you make a finale, man. We're going to see the half of the demon moons, and they're going to come in, and they're going to bombard somebody or attack some people, and they're just going to tease us with it, and then we're just going to be in constant wait to see what happens. But that is not what happened at all, man. They get there. Muzan, of course, looks like a woman that I've never seen, and I was thinking that this was another super strong demon that was like on his level, but it was him with shape-shifting abilities and everything, and he even changed his aura, as some of the demons stated out. But what's weird is because we get introduced to these characters, and the character designs look good and fantastic, and as we get introduced to these characters, man, they are getting picked off one by one. But the sad thing is, because like, they can't think anything, because if they think something, he also hears what they're thinking. And now I'm thinking that that's only happening because he uses his blood to transform them into demons, so they have a connection and a bond, also kind of along with the thing where they can't say his name to other people, or it kills them. So that's what I'm getting with the whole he can hear what they're thinking kind of vibe. But dude just straight murdered all of these people. Then you had that one guy that was like, you know what? He's killing us anyway. I'm gonna run. So, peace out, Muzan. I'm out of here. The dude tries to run, and the next thing you know, like, the cool shots, cool cinematography this whole episode. But inside the whole Muzan's little lair, that whole thing was just absolutely fantastic. The animation, the CGI of it, the art style of the characters, and everything. And dude, let's talk about the blood. The blood was trickling and flowing, and it looked so fantastic. That's what I'm saying. tell me that this wasn't anime movie quality animation in this finale episode, dude. That was absolutely boss. But dude, like, they just panned off to the side one time, and the next thing you know, Muzan is holding this dude's head. What? How is that even happening, dude? So, and then like, he's pissed off at them for being weak, because like every time they came around, I mean, every time they came in contact with a Hashira, he said that their only focus was on how to escape. Dude, that is crazy. You guys are the 12 demon moves. Like, at this point, I was straight feeling sorry for the demons. Like I know that's not. I mean, you know, we're demon slayers because we're watching the show and we're rooting for Tanjiro, but I straight felt sorry for the demons. Like, they were begging for their life, they were crying, and Muzan just didn't care, man. He straight killed them regardless, all except for the one that played his role perfect. You have to admit that, man. It was like, honestly, I mean, we can tell he's a little sadistic, but let's be real. He read the room. Like, well, no matter what the other guys tried, it wasn't working for them. They were begging, they were thinking other stuff, they tried to run, it wasn't working. So, dude took it upon himself and thought, you know what, since I'm sadistic anyway, let me go ahead and be like, you know what, I was okay with you killing everybody. I enjoyed it. I loved seeing it like that. But, you know, me on the other hand, thank you for saving me for last. And he didn't kill him. He gave him more of his demon blood to make him stronger. But I enjoyed it, and I loved that whole scene. It was so beautiful inside his little base and lair. I was like, can we go back there and enjoy that, man? It was so fun. This whole episode was good. Then we also have Tanjiro meeting the other guy that we saw at the final selection. I mean, he was all of a sudden he got super buff too. He was not that big at the final selection, so I'm super excited to see how he's going to play out and what role he has, and I really want to know, because I'm definitely thinking he's going to be a major part of season 2. We also have Tanjiro saying goodbye to Aoi, and finding out that she was in the final selection. Well, not his final selection, but a final selection, and she was almost a demon slayer. Well, she is a demon slayer, but she was too afraid to go on missions. That's why her uniform is like that of a demon slayer, but also at the same time she wears the white stuff over it. So that's why she's there. That's how she knows so much stuff, because she was a demon slayer, but she was too afraid to go on missions. But Tanjiro also was like, well, I'll take everything that you've done and everything and take it with me. And that was so nice, man. Tanjiro is one of the nicest characters ever, man. You won't find anybody as nice as Tanjiro, man. Then we have his whole scene with Kano that I just absolutely love. Like, I ship them so hard right now, man. She talked to him, like she had to flip the coin, and we know the symbolism behind the coin now because of her backstory, brief backstory. But she flipped the coin and she was talking to Tanjiro. She was smiling and everything. So, sayonara. I absolutely loved it, man. Then we also get him flipping the coin for her, to have her listen to the voice inside her heart, and she felt some type of way. She was clenched all up when he decided to leave and everything. It was wonderful. Then we have Tanjiro also kind of having a conclusion with Giyu senpai as well, and Giyu was telling him that, you know, you don't have to repay me for anything, because Tanjiro wanted to thank him for what he done for Nezuko for standing up behind that. He was like, you don't have to thank me, just kill more demons. That's what you do. Then dude disappeared like a shinobi straight from the hidden leaf, up out of there, man. He was gone. Then we get to Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu going out to the real world, and we find out that Tanjiro and Inosuke doesn't know what a train is. They do not know what a train is. They was like, is this the god of this place? Is it a demon? I love that. And Zenitsu's looking at them like, that's so sad. You guys are so sad. Then he explains and everything, and he also tells them that the reason they ran from the police is because average people don't know that demons exist, and that is a huge part on the Master and the Demon Slayer, because to keep it hidden, because some of that stuff, man, it is so hard to keep hidden. Like when the dude was on the mountain, like Rui and all of the other spider people, dude, that is so hard to keep hidden, and that is a good job on the Demon Slayer Corps, man. Props out to them. Then we end on a wonderful scene. The train, man. The train was just riding off just riding off. And then we also see Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke just chilling. Then we pan and see the flame pillar, and then we see the lower one demon. and he's on the train as well, and there was no red flowers. It just faded into black, and then you watch all the way until the end. Then they hit you with the trailer teasing for the movie, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I loved it, and I loved the way that it transitioned together. And I'm super excited to see the movie, man. But this is your boy, The Incredible. Don't forget to smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them. And subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember, the anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.